What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andy and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA Saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, for today's video I have several interesting news. First of all, I will show you an update in one of the litigation processes. On top of that, I will show you some details that were disclosed by George Palikaras in regards to MMTLP Saga. And I have to admit that, well, I also find quite interesting due diligence, and to be honest, I need some explanations in order to understand what do these numbers mean. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. And drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. On top of that, if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, for now, you can join my Patreon account, you can join two tiers of my Discord group. One of them costs you $50 a month, and you will have 30-minute one-on-one Zoom call once a month. But if you join with the gold tier, you will have a weekly one-on-one training session with me for just $150 a month. And guys, to be honest, this is the most popular tier for my patrons right now. And let me show you a sneak peek on the most recent activity in the Discord group. Just recently, I published the recap of the week of July 28th through August the 3rd. And let me quote you this. On Monday, I prepared a list of 13 tickers that looked most promising for short positions. As of August the 6th, 10 of them delivered returns ranging from 0.33% to 24.4%, an average profit of 6.1%, while only 3 tickers showed a potential loss between 0.85% and 1.74%, an average loss of 1.22%. More detailed information is available in the attached images. And you can see that I made this call on July 28th, and I wrote, here's a list of tickers that might present shorting opportunities. Please remember, this is not a blind trade signal. Further technical analysis is required before taking actions. And here is the list of the tickers that gained substantial profits. It is 10 of them, and only 3 went in completely opposite direction. I also gave a direct short scalping recommendation on Tesla and Oracle. Both brought an average profit of around 1.5%. In addition, I identified one ticker suitable for a medium-term short position. If you'd like to know which company that is, join my Patreon. As usual, I provided a detailed market overview and analyzed the following tickers: SPY, BBAI, NOV, UNP, NEO, UAA, and CRWV. So guys, if you want to be a part of this amazing community, join my Patreon. So guys, and I want to begin today's video with this update that was written by Scott Trott just a couple of days ago, and he wrote this: the fight for the second days of pay-to-close trading in MMTLP might be headed to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. Next stop, the US Supreme Court, as the scrap between myself and SEC and DOJ heats up. The SEC, in its original motion to dismiss, argued that my case, which seeks to get a new ticker and 15B-211 form to accumulate all the shares in EQ and still in brokerages under a variety of QSIPs and then get it trading again only after we get full disclosure on long and short positions from Broadridge, DTCC, NSCC, and NASDAQ. Belonged in the original jurisdiction of the Second Circuit. It gets interesting fast here. In denying discovery of the share count from the SEC, the US District Court judge stated that she was inclined to believe she didn't have jurisdiction anyway. So I said, okay, let's transfer this to Second Circuit now. Then the DOJ objected. Objected to their own motion in a bizarre kind of way. So yesterday I filed my reply to their motion to dismiss and their objection to moving it to the Second Circuit, where they originally said my case belonged. The most important non-jurisdictional argument they had was that there was no mechanism to resume trading in MMTLP. This is ridiculous, as their own rules have allowed for restarts of trading in tickers via exactly the methodology I described in my brief. Anyway, there is the link to my filing, and I will put a few screenshots up of the bigger point. And guys, I have to admit that on the one hand it is quite interesting decision in the case of Scott Roth versus Securities and Exchange Commission, but on the other hand I still have a lot of doubts that it is possible to have 2 additional days of trading on MMTLP ticker. I have to admit that it is very easy to do 2 additional days of trading of next bridge ticker symbol NBH, because Greg McCabe can do it within a blink of an eye and within less than 1 week. He doesn't want to do it because, well, he will have he will end this entire story, and in this story he will not be the winner. So far he is pretending to be a winner because he has a very good he has a very good payments that he received from the selling of part of his shares back in December of 2022, and for now he's trying to give you just tiny bits of information in order to show you that he's trying to fight for MMTLP community, but instead of this he doesn't do anything at all. It is my personal opinion. You can argue with that, you can be agree with this or not, but well, you are here for more than 3 years and there is no solution, there is no even actions to solve this problem from the board of directors of Next Bridge. So let me show you some additional information. Here is the tweet that was written by George Palikaras again just a couple of days ago, and he wrote quite interesting statement. Let me quote it for you. Call for a transparent public congressional hearing. Given the latest ridiculous developments, I am prepared to participate in a public hearing in front of Congress if FINRA, OTC Markets, the SEC and all other relevant parties are also called to testify, covering all relevant dates and events, both pre- and post-merger. This must be a transparent, unscripted hearing where no one takes the Fifth Amendment, no one hides behind attorney-client privilege, no prepared testimony. Each of us should sit, answer questions directly, and be cross-examined live on national television. In my case, I would arrive with nothing but my laptop to show contemporaneous emails and records on a large screen, free of I don't recall answers. I estimate that 3 to 5 days would be enough to reveal the full pattern of misconduct or corruption at the highest levels. Yes, I would be at the greatest disadvantage as I am not a lawyer, not a native English speaker, and I have never participated in a trial or hearing, but that only underscores my commitment to full transparency. And guys, this is a very brave statement, and I support George Palikaras in this statement for 100%. Why this hearing matters? The Gensler lost messages latest episode. And by the way, guys, I didn't cover this news, but we have an potential evidence that Gary Gensler lost a lot of messages in his email and in his phone at the moment where the MMTLP saga was at the very top of its actions. And it is quite weird, and probably I will do another update to show you my thoughts on this matter, but definitely it needs to be investigated. So, the Gensler lost messages latest episode. We are told that the SEC chair's communications during the exact period covering the U3 trading halt have vanished. Are we truly expected to believe this is coincidence? It looks more like a Hollywood script than reality. I dare say these missing messages likely contain evidence that Mr. Gensler knew far more than he disclosed to Congress. The trustee subpoena versus FINRA's motion to quash. If FINRA genuinely believed this was a simple pump and dump scheme orchestrated by insiders, why would they resist providing evidence? Why not help the trustee by producing the data that could supposedly prove their point? Instead, they are obstructing. That silence speaks volumes. FINRA's role. It is long past time for FINRA to stop hiding behind self-authored FAQs, opaque rules, and armies of lawyers. The public deserves to see who they are really protecting. I call upon the administration and POTUS, investigative journalists, the FBI and state attorneys general to dig deeply into this case. Every new twist makes it more ridiculous and more urgent. On congressional protocol, while House and Senate committees traditionally require written testimony and usually allow legal counsel and privilege claims, the chair has authority to waive these rules in the interest of public transparency. It is rare for all parties to voluntarily waive the privilege, but the public demand for full accountability in this case is overwhelming. So let's offer the American people the truth, uncensored, unfiltered, and unscripted. Convenient narratives don't change inconvenient facts about systemic misconduct. Meanwhile, when CEOs rely on their counsel, we are called naive or worse. But when regulators lose the chair's message during the exact period of the U3 halt and other events, FTX, here is the example of so-called other events, that's just a technical glitch. Convenient. The truth is, I show up here with a laptop which the former MMAT management moved into an undisclosed wooden crate along with the company server to potentially lose them forever under one of the business unit sales. Mr. CEO Uzi Session should have taken notes from Gensler. Uzi, but I think your time is coming soon. FINRA and the SEC show up with armies of lawyers, motions to quash, and selective amnesia. If that's a Hollywood script, I don't know what it is. And guys, a very good statement, and I have to admit that it is a very brave statement, to tell you the least. And I have to admit that I would like to see this type of hearing in basically public congressional hearings, and I want to see the answers on the tricky questions, and I want to see the answers from all of the members of board of directors. You know that, well, we have a lot of shady actions that were made back in the days. And I have to admit that George Palikaras, in my opinion, has the least level of involvement in this entire story. It is just my personal opinion. I don't want to tell you my point of view deeper, because it is just my feelings, to be precise. And George Palikaras responded this to the tweet that was written by Kristen Shaughnessy on September the 5th. And she added some screenshots. It is an exhibit list brief of amicus curiae. And she wrote, FINRA is trying to quash off or limit subpoenas filed in MMAT bankruptcy case. Why don't, let me quote further, why don't FINRA executives and members want to explain under oath why 65,000 people have had their investment in MMTLP, MMAT, or TRCH frozen for nearly 3 years. Jeffrey Stephen Pittman says more than $50,000 he invested has been frozen since FINRA halted trading in MMTLP in December of 2022. MMTLP was a dividend that was never supposed to trade. FINRA is fighting efforts to reveal under oath who got it to trade and who was involved in decisions to halt trading. Pittman believes the subpoenas issued by the Chapter 7 trustee are essential to uncover the truth behind these market events. And he is concerned that FINRA's motion to quash will kill any chance for investors to find out what really happened. And guys, I have to admit that for me personally, definitely it would be much better to see these results of the public hearings, and to be honest, I don't care about the wrongdoers, who these wrongdoers are and what did they do back in the days. My main goal is to help you to see the resolution. And if this resolution comes with the knowledge that the wrongdoers were SEC, so be it. If the resolution comes with the knowledge that the wrongdoers were board of directors, so be it. If the resolution comes with the knowledge that both sides are guilty in this case, so be it again. My main goal is to help you get your money back, and I will do my best in order to help you. So let me show you that, wait a second, I can show you that John Burda also support this statement. He wrote this here I am in full support. And definitely this might be very interesting, because if Greg McCabe will also answer the same, it would be amazing news for the entire MMTLP story. And I believe all of the community members, regardless of their point of view, will support this decision. So let me show you another quite interesting update that was published by Gandalf again a couple of days ago. Gandalf wrote this. Here's really the reason the U3 halted MMTLP. 95% confidence interval. Yes, you are reading this right. We are past 1 billion of shares over, perhaps even few billions. They can wipe away all the data they want, but the numbers never lie. And guys, he added these several screenshots. Let me show you these screenshots in details. And to be honest, I have some questions about these charts. Can you explain me what does these charts mean? I see the number of shares, frequency, and some histograms, but I don't know what was the source of this data and what do these charts mean. On top of that, well, this histogram, again, it is just a simple histogram of the so-called normal deviation of basically any source of information. We have some extreme values in the middle of this range and some lower values on their sides. To be honest, I have a lot of doubts that this information is correct, and I have a lot of doubts from which sources did Gandalf take this information. And we have some comments, well, that are asking the same questions, trying to understand this Reader's Digest version. And Gandalf responded, a study was done to estimate how many shares are owned in total by 64,000 people. The total number of shares is very likely above 1 billion, even when taking uncertainty into account. In other words, no matter how you look at the math, the total adds up to over 1 billion shares. Jeff Pittman wrote in response to this, got it, derived from a sample size of MMTLP shareholders, then extrapolated, and Gandalf responded, it's a riddle in numbers, answer depends on the eyes reading it. Well, quite interesting, but I prefer to see more precise answer. And if you can extrapolate, if you can basically make a conclusion in different way based on the same exact set of data, does it mean that you can rely on one conclusion or another? I think both of these conclusions might be irrelevant. And if this information is real and Gandalf can prove it in court, why don't you give this information to our 1209 community? Or why don't to give this information to, for example, Scipio? Because he also has an active lawsuit and he doesn't have any member of board of directors as a defendant. That is why you can use this information in order to improve the case. Well, time will tell. Will Gandalf give this information to Scipio or any other community members who have an active lawsuits? But definitely it is very interesting to see. So let me show you some recent updates in our litigation processes. We have, let me show you that we still have the most impressive update, I would say, that was filed by Daniel Oxer in his case, and it is more than 700 pages, and from time to time I am still trying to read this document. It is very difficult to do so, but the more I read this document, the more information I understand that this case is really complicated case, and we have it is not the easiest way how will the resolution come, but it is very simple to make a conclusion based on this data alone that no one in this story is perfect. I mean, no one from the defendant side. Definitely I have to admit that the people who invested and who bought MMTLP shares, well, might also have done not the best due diligence. But at the same time, guys, the main goal of authorities is to protect retail investors as well, and is to avoid this type of stories when a lot of people, for any type of reasons, are trapped in this non-liquid asset. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium